Hi class, this is Mr. Olson. The focus of today's lesson is on body systems. For this lesson, you will need a pen or a pencil, a piece of paper, and your help folder. Please take a moment to get your materials organized by clicking the pause button. Okay, boys and girls, let's get started. When you see the words body systems, what things come to mind? Please take a moment and write down some ideas on a blank piece of paper. Remember to click the pause button. Otherwise, this presentation will keep going. When I see the words body systems, I think of the skeletal system, the muscular system, the circulatory system, the respiratory system, the digestive system, and the nervous system. Together, these systems will be the focus of today's lesson. As a result of listening to this presentation, you will come to understand the following. How is our body organized? What is a body system? How many body systems exist? And what body systems will we be studying and why? How is our body organized? Well, this is a good question. To use a simple analogy, let's think of a house. A house is built on a framework and has many systems, including a heating system, air conditioning, wiring, and plumbing. If something happens to the wiring system of a house, all the other systems are affected and may stop working. Your body is similar. It is built on a framework, like your skeletal system, and has many systems that interact with each other. To understand how these systems work and interact with each other, we must first understand how our body is organized. In the next 3 slides, we will discuss this concept in more detail by exploring cells, tissues, and organs. Key term, cell. In this slide, we are going to talk about the key term, cell. A cell is defined as the smallest working part of a living thing. Cells can have different shapes and sizes. Each kind of cell has a different job. In looking at the picture to the right, we can see that cells contain cytoplasm, mitochondrion, a nucleus, ribosomes, a cell membrane, and a nuclear membrane. Key term, tissue. In this slide, we are going to talk about the key term, tissue. A tissue is defined as several similar cells that form a group. Cells and tissues work together to do a specific job. In looking at the picture at the right, you can see muscle cells in the form of muscle tissue. Key term, organ. In this slide, we're going to talk about the key term, organ. An organ is defined as a body part made of different kinds of tissues. For example, your heart is an organ that is made up of nerve tissue, muscle tissue, and other materials. In addition, your heart is an organ that is part of the circulatory system. In the next slide, we are going to discuss what is a body system, as well as how many different body systems exist in our body. Key term, body system. A body system can be defined as a group of organs that work together to do a certain job. And looking at the picture at the right, we can see that there are 6 different body systems: digestive system, nervous system, respiratory system, muscular system, skeletal system, and circulatory system. In the next 2 slides, we are going to take a closer look at each of these systems. Body systems, a closer look. Let's begin with the skeletal system, since it is the most common and easiest to remember. Your skeletal system is made up of more than 200 bones. These bones form a frame that supports your body and protects soft organs such as your heart, lungs, and kidneys. The muscular system consists of all the muscles in your body. Muscles help you make different movements. Muscles that help you make movements you can control are called voluntary muscles. An example would be moving your arms to catch a ball in physical education class. On the other hand, muscles that are out of your control are called involuntary muscles. An example would be digesting food. The respiratory system involves the proper exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. Every time you inhale, your body takes in air that contains oxygen. Cells need oxygen to live. Breathing is the movement of air into and out of the lungs. Respiration is the process by which cells use oxygen to obtain energy from the breakdown of food. Body systems. A closer look continued. In this slide, we are going to discuss the digestive, circulatory, and nervous system. And looking at the picture at the left, the digestive system is focused on digesting the food you eat. However, the food you eat must be changed into a form your body can use. Once the food is digested, the substances in food break down and enter the bloodstream. The bloodstream carries the broken down food, which we call substances, to your body cells, where they are used to create energy. The next system we are going to discuss is the circulatory system, which is located in the center of this slide. The circulatory system is made up of the heart and blood vessels. The heart is a muscle that pumps blood throughout the body, and it is considered the main organ for circulation. Circulation is the movement of blood throughout the body, which occurs through blood vessels. In the circulatory system, there are 3 kinds of blood vessels: arteries, veins, and capillaries, which we will talk about in more detail in the following lesson. The final system we will discuss is the nervous system, which is located on the right. The nervous system controls how your body reacts to changes around you. Your body has billions of neurons, which are known as nerve cells. Nerve cells make up the nervous system. The human brain contains hundreds of neurons. The same is true of the spinal cord. Sense organs, such as eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and skin, are also considered part of the nervous system because they contain neurons as well. On a separate note, the next 2 lessons will focus only on the circulatory and nervous systems, because you have already studied the other systems in your other classes with your homeroom teacher. Conclusion. In closing, please bring your notes to class and be prepared for an in-depth debate on body systems. Our debate will occur next class, and it will count towards your participation grade. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at eolson@freehold.twp.k12.nj.us. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed this presentation.